Welcome to Ultimate Nerdy, where the stories you know take a twist you never saw coming. From alternate timelines to impossible crossovers, we explore the what-ifs of your favorite universes. So grab your wand, your lightsaber, or your decoder ring.
Today's what-if story is a Star Wars alternate story, so let's go.
Chapter 1: A New Path Forged. Anakin Skywalker knelt beside Padmé's lifeless form, his heart a shattered star. The medical bay on Polis Massa was sterile and cold, the droid's words echoing, "She's gone." The weight of her death crushed him, but her final plea lingered. Save our children. In that moment, with the galaxy spiraling into chaos, Anakin made a choice. The dark whispers of Palpatine, promising power to save her, faded. He would not fall, not for vengeance, not for power. For Luke and Leia, he would live. He cradled the twins, their tiny faces mirroring Padmé's serenity. Obi-Wan, his old master, stood nearby, his eyes heavy with grief, but alight with hope. "Anakin, the Jedi are scattered. The Republic is crumbling. What will you do?"
"I'll raise them," Anakin said, voice steady despite the ache. "I'll keep them safe, teach them the Force, the light. Padmé wanted peace. I'll give them that." Obi-Wan nodded, placing a hand on his shoulder. "Then you'll need to hide. Palpatine will hunt you. The Sith will never stop." Anakin's jaw tightened. "Let them come." They fled to Tatooine, a harsh world of endless sands where Anakin once toiled as a slave. It was a place the Sith would overlook, too barren for their schemes. In a small moisture farm, far from Mos Eisley's bustle, Anakin built a home. The twins grew fast, their laughter filling the dusty rooms. Luke, with his boundless curiosity, chased womp rats with a stick, mimicking Jedi forms Anakin taught him. Leia, sharp and defiant, questioned every lesson, her wit as fierce as her mother's. Anakin trained them in secret, lightsaber in hand, teaching them to feel the Force, to trust its flow. He crafted their sabers from salvaged kyber crystals, Luke's glowing blue, Leia's a soft green. "The Force is your ally," he'd say, watching them spar under Tatooine's twin suns. "It binds us, not just to each other, but to all life." He buried his own pain, the guilt of failing Padmé, in their growth. They were his redemption. Years passed, and the twins turned 16. Anakin's scars, both visible and hidden, told of battles fought in their infancy, skirmishes with bounty hunters sent by the Empire. Palpatine, now Emperor, had not forgotten him. The Sith sensed the twins' power, their potential to rival their father. Anakin felt it too, a tremor in the Force, a shadow creeping closer. One night, as the suns dipped below the horizon, a cloaked figure appeared at the edge of the farm. Darth Maul, his crimson skin glinting, yellow eyes burning with malice. The Sith had come, not for Anakin, but for Luke and Leia. "Skywalker," Maul hissed, his double-bladed saber igniting. "Your spawn will serve the dark side, or perish." Anakin stepped forward, his blue saber humming. "You'll have to go through me." The twins, hidden in the house, sensed the danger. Leia clutched her saber, eyes fierce. Luke whispered, "We can help him." But Anakin's voice echoed in their minds through the Force. "Stay back. This is my fight." Maul lunged, blade spinning in a deadly arc. Anakin parried, the clash of sabers lighting the desert night. He fought with a father's ferocity, every strike a vow to protect his children. Maul was relentless, but Anakin's resolve was unbreakable. With a final surge, he disarmed Maul, sending him retreating into the shadows, vowing revenge. As the dust settled, Anakin turned to the twins, his face etched with worry. "They know you're here now," he said. "We can't stay." Chapter 2: Shadows of the Sith. The trio fled Tatooine under cover of night. Their ship,
a patched-up freighter Anakin called Padme's Hope, streaking toward Alderaan. Bail Organa, an old friend of Padme's, had offered sanctuary. The journey was tense, the twins restless. Leia pored over star charts, her mind racing. "Why do they want us, Father?" she demanded. "What makes us so special?" Anakin hesitated, the truth heavy. "You're my children. The Force flows strong in you, stronger than in me. The Sith fear what you could become." Luke, tinkering with a droid part, looked up. "Then why not train us to fight them? We're ready." Anakin's eyes softened. "You're strong, Luke, but the dark side is a poison. I've felt its pull. I won't let it touch you." Alderaan's lush forests were a stark contrast to Tatooine's desolation. Bail welcomed them, his palace a fortress of peace. But Anakin sensed danger lurking. The Sith were cunning, and Palpatine's reach was long. He trained the twins harder now, their sabers flashing through Alderaan's glades. Leia mastered precision, her green blade a blur. Luke favored instinct, his blue saber weaving unpredictable arcs. Anakin watched with pride, but feared the day they'd face the Sith's true power. That day came sooner than expected. A week after their arrival, the Force screamed a warning. Anakin rushed to the palace's balcony, sabers at the ready. Below, a fleet of black ships descended, led by a figure cloaked in darkness, Count Dooku's replacement, a Sith assassin named Ventress. Her dual red sabers gleamed as she called out, "Skywalker, the Emperor demands your heirs." Anakin leapt into the fray, his saber a beacon of defiance. Ventress was swift, her strikes venomous, but Anakin fought with the clarity of a man protecting his legacy. The twins, against his orders, joined the battle. Leia deflected blaster bolts from stormtroopers, her movement sharp and calculated. Luke charged Ventress, his raw power catching her off guard. Together, they drove her back, but not before she wounded Anakin, a red gash across his arm. Ventress retreated, her laughter chilling. "The Emperor sees all, Skywalker. Your children will fall." Bael's forces secured the palace, but Anakin knew Alderaan was no longer safe. As he bandaged his wound, Leia's eyes blazed. "We can't keep running, Father. We need to fight back." Luke nodded, his usual optimism tempered by resolve. "We're Jedi, like you. Let us help." Anakin's heart ached. He saw Padme in their courage, their fire. "You're right," he said finally. "We'll face them together. But we need allies." They set course for Yavin 4, where whispers of a fledgling rebellion grew. Anakin knew Obi-Wan and Yoda were out there, hiding, waiting. The Sith would come again, and this time, the Skywalkers would be ready. Chapter 3: The Skywalker Stand. Yavin 4's jungles hummed with life, a fitting base for the rebellion's spark. Anakin, Luke, and Leia joined Obi-Wan and Yoda, who had been rallying survivors of the Jedi Purge. The twins' training intensified under Yoda's watchful eye, his cryptic lessons sharpening their connection to the Force. Anakin, meanwhile, wrestled with guilt. Had he endangered his children by defying the Sith? Obi-Wan, sensing his turmoil, offered counsel. "You chose love over darkness, Anakin. That's your strength." The Sith's final assault came swiftly. Palpatine himself descended on Yavin 4, his presence a storm in the Force. Flanked by Maul and Ventress, he sought to claim the twins or destroy them. The rebel base erupted in chaos as starfighters clashed overhead. Anakin faced Palpatine in the temple ruins, his blue saber clashing against the Emperor's crimson lightning. "You cannot save them, Skywalker," Palpatine sneered. "They will kneel, or they will die." Luke and Leia fought nearby, their sabers a whirlwind against Maul and Ventress. Leia's precision countered Ventress's agility, disarming her with a deft strike. Luke's raw power overwhelmed Maul, forcing the Sith to flee once more. But Palpatine was relentless, his lightning pinning Anakin to the ground. The twins felt their father's pain through the Force, their bond igniting a surge of strength. Together,
They flanked Palpatine, their sabers united. Luke's blue blade deflected lightning, while Leia's green saber struck true, wounding the Emperor's side. Anakin rose, his love for his children fueling a final push. With a unified cry, the Skywalkers unleashed a force wave, sending Palpatine staggering. He retreated, vowing vengeance, but the rebellion had won the day.
The temple ruins smoldered as Anakin embraced his children. "You're stronger than I ever was," he said, pride in his eyes. Obi-Wan and Yoda approached, nodding approval. "The Force is with you, Skywalkers," Yoda said. "A new hope you bring." The twins, now true Jedi, stood tall. The Sith would return, but Anakin knew they were ready. For Padme, for the galaxy, they would fight on, together.
Thanks for joining us on this journey through the unknown. What if the next twist is even darker? Hit follow and let's find out.